Hi, Susie. Can I ask you a favor?
Sure.
I'm feeling sick right now. I think I have a fever. So, I was wondering if you could watch the kids for me.
Oh no. Are you okay?
It's really bad. So that's why I'm bringing my kids over now.
Now?
We are already in the car. I'll be there in about 15 minutes.
Oh, wait a minute. I can't take care of 5 kids at once.
Why not?
Why? Well, our place is really small for 5 kids. And my husband is away for work too. I can't take care of 5 kids by myself.
I know I'm asking too much, but I don't feel good. You are the only person I can rely on. My kids are so excited to see their auntie.
I don't think I can take care of 5 kids at once. How about I will take care of your youngest?
But I think it's easier to have 5 together than to have to take care of 1 or 2. The kids will play on their own. Just let them stay there for a while. You don't have to do anything.
Oh, you can't say that. I have to watch them properly, and even though I'm at home, I am working too.
I know. But I'm sick, and I can't take care of the kids. Can you take care of them just for today, please? Alright then, I'm taking the kids now, so please don't go out.
Hold on a second. I'm busy with work today. I don't think I can take care of them.
I promise, it's just for today. I don't know where else to leave the kids. Please.
Alright. Just for today, okay? Next time, if you want me to take care of them, just tell me in advance.
Yay! Thank you.
Are you sure you don't feel good? Can you even drive?
Do you think I'm lying? I don't feel good, but I have no choice but to drive my kids there. Well, we are on our way now. Please, take care of them.
Fine. I will do my best.
Hey, Susie. Are you free today?
Not really. I have work.
Well, I have an appointment today. So, I'll need you to take care of my kids.
Again?
Yes, again. Please, take care of my kids, Auntie.
Oh, wait a minute. You just came to drop them off last week.
Well, last week I wasn't feeling well. But today, I have to leave them with you because I have to go out.
I'm not asking why you're doing this. I told you last week, didn't I? I will take care of them only for that time.
But something urgent came up. I have no choice.
I can't take care of them today. I'm busy with my work.
Whatever. I already left them at the door. I will pick them up tonight.
What? I told you I can't take care of them.
I know you can.
I really can't. I'm already out of the house.
Oh my God. You're not home? I thought you were working from home. Don't tell me you're lying just because you don't want to take care of my kids.
Yeah, I work from home, but not all the time. Today I have meetings with my clients, so I'm not working from home. I have a busy schedule today, so I'll probably be back late at night. My husband has been on a business trip since yesterday, and he won't be back today either.
Really? Fine. I'll ask someone else. But next time, please make sure you take care of them.
Hey, Mia, you are their mother. Don't you think it's your responsibility to take care of them? Not me.
Hello, Susie.
Hey, Mia. I have a bad feeling about this.
Oh, you already know, don't you? I'm going out today, so please take care of my kids.
Oh, God. Again? Don't tell me you want me to take care of all of your 5 kids again.
Yes, that's right. And don't tell me you're not home again. Good luck taking care of them.
Actually...
Oh, I'll pick them up in 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yeah, something important came up, so I need to leave the house for a while. But don't worry, I made sure they brought a change of clothes and stuff.
I can't take care of them for that long.
Well, you have no choice.
Seriously? 2 weeks? What are you thinking? We're not a daycare center.
But you are their auntie. Don't you feel bad about my kids?
Mia, I really can't take care of them.
Oh, come on. I know you have plenty of free time.
Oh, what do you mean by that? Do you think I have free time because I work from home?
Yes, of course.
You're wrong about that. I'm really busy this week, especially since I have a deadline coming up.
What?
My husband is busy with work too. I'm going to stay in my room and concentrate on my work. Please understand that I really can't take care of the kids. It's just not possible.
Seriously? Again? Come on.
Can you stop making me feel bad about it? Why do you always depend on me? I don't think you should leave your kids with others so often. As a mother, you have to take care of them, you know?
Even if you say so. I already left them at your door.
What?
Please take care of my kids, okay? You have no choice.
Hey, you can't do this again.
I will see you in 2 weeks.
I really can't take care of them. Oh my God, Mia. Hey, Charles.
Susie, it's been a while.
There's something I need to talk to you about. Mia left the kids with me out of the blue. What is going on with your family?
What? Is that true?
Yes, this isn't the first time she's done it. She's already done it several times. Can you stop depending on me every time you guys need to go out?
I'm sorry about that. But I didn't know she was doing that to you.
You didn't know? She keeps making excuses like she don't feel good or she has an urgent thing to take care. What is going on?
What? She told me she had a neighbor friend watching the kids. I can't believe she's leaving them with you.
Really? Why would she lie about it? I have to work too, and I can't take care of 5 kids at once. Especially the youngest. He's only 2 years old. Luckily, the oldest takes care of the younger ones, so I'm able to manage for now. They're all running around so much that I can't do my job at all. I can't do this for 2 weeks. Where the hell did Mia go?
2 weeks?
Yes.
Well, I'm the one leaving the house for 2 weeks on a business trip.
Oh, wow. I get it now. I guess she was planning to have me take care of the kids while you are away.
What is she thinking?
Well, I'm glad you found out about it.
You were right. Actually, I was on my way to a business trip right now.
Oh, really?
But I talked to my boss, and I think I can cancel my trip. I will try to get there to get my kids as soon as possible. I'm sorry, but can you take care of them until then?
Sure.
I'm so sorry. Just hold on a little longer.
Oh my God! What have you done?
What?
Don't play dumb with me. I can't believe you didn't take care of my kids. On top of that, you snitched to my husband. I'm about to get a divorce because of it.
Huh, you deserve that.
Excuse me?
I told you I couldn't take care of them, but you just left them at my door. I had no choice but to talk to Charles. If he didn't reply me, I was planning to call the cops.
What?
You should think about how terrible your behavior is as a mother.
But
I have no time for this. I'm working on a deadline right now. Don't interrupt me anymore. Please.
it's your fault if we get divorced. Remember that.
How is it my fault? First of all, why did you lie to Charles? You told him that you asked your friend to take care of the kids, right? He didn't know that I was taking care of the kids.
It can't be helped. If I told you the truth, I'd be in trouble.
Aren't you in big trouble right now?
Shut up. Since you don't have kids, I'm sure you don't understand how I feel. Raising 5 kids is a lot of work. On top of that, my husband is always busy with work, so he's hardly ever home. I'm starting to feel like I'm going crazy.
But that doesn't mean you can leave the kids outside my house like that. What if something happens to the kids?
Whatever. You annoyed the hell out of me. Don't you ever message me.
Fine, as you wish.
This is the worst. What are you going to do? Charles wants to divorce me.
That sucks.
It's your fault.
What? Don't you think it's all your fault?
No!
You tried to leave the kids with us, saying you were sick or had some urgent business. But it was all a lie, right?
So what?
I heard you were going on a date with your affair partner. You said you'd be gone for 2 weeks and go on a trip with your affair while Charles is away on business. No wonder he wants to divorce you.
You don't know anything about me. I'm busy raising kids every day. I need to take a break once in a while.
In your case, it's more than just taking a break. You cheated on your husband.
It's all Charles' fault. Charles is all about work and doesn't give me any attention.
Charles works hard for you and the kids. I know raising kids is hard, but Charles also works hard to provide for you and your children.
What am I supposed to do after the divorce? If you shut your mouth and took care of the kids, it wouldn't have happened. It's all your fault. You ruined my life.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Mia, you've got 5 kids to look after, but sometimes you're acting like one yourself. Have you thought about what might happen because of what you did?
What do you mean? I know you're jealous that I have kids while you never had one. Even if you change your mind and decide you want to see my kids, I won't let you.
All right, do whatever you want.
Hello, Susie. How are you? I've got very good news for you today.
Oh my god. Mia? Wow. How could you contact me after all you've done?
Hey, calm down. Did you read what I said? I have very good news for you.
I have nothing to do with you anymore. I'm not interested in hearing it.
Don't say that. Well, the good news is you can take care of my kids again.
What?
You have been married for 5 years and you still don't have kids, right? I'm not sure who's got the issue here, you or your husband. But if you decide to adopt our kids, it could save you a lot of money in the hassle of infertility treatments. Plus, you'd skip the difficult part of giving birth and become an instant mother of 5. And since our kids are related to your husband by blood, don't you think it's a great idea?
Seriously, what kind of mother are you?
I'm a perfect mom. Anyway, I left the kids at your front door.
What? Again?
I was planning to raise them with my boyfriend, but he said he hates kids. So I decided I'm not going to raise them. You can do whatever you want with my kids.
What? Oh my god, what the hell are you doing? Where did you leave them?
At your front door. I know you're working from home. Don't lie to me that you're not home again.
You don't know where I live now, do you?
Of course I do. Do you really think I'm that dumb? It's only been 3 months.
I moved after you got divorced.
What?
If there's someone living there now, I don't know them at all. You should go and pick them up before something happens to them.
Are you serious? Hey, Susie, I found them.
All of your kids are safe?
Yeah, they're all safe.
That's good. I hope you've learned something from this.
Seriously, you keep ruining my life. Because you didn't tell me you moved out, I had to cancel our date. And now he's so mad that he wants to break up with me.
Why do I have to tell you that I moved?
It's not like we are complete strangers. We used to be sisters-in-law. My kids are your adorable nieces and nephews, right?
I don't think so.
Excuse me?
Because all of your children aren't Charles's, right?
What? How did you know that?
Since the DNA test proved they are not Charles's children, they are not my nephews and nieces.
But
that's why you have the custody, right?
So you know everything.
Of course. You can't fool me, Mia.
Oh no. Hey, where do you live now?
Now what?
I need your address.
Why?
I had a lot going on this morning, so I couldn't think straight. But I realized that we didn't finish the discussion about adoption. I will bring them to your house, so please just take care of them.
Can you please stop it?
Look, you and your husband want kids, right? Kids are cute, Susie. Having 5 kids means lively and fun days every day.
I think 1 child is enough for now.
What? 1?
Can you stop stressing a pregnant woman?
Huh? Pregnant? Don't tell me you're pregnant.
Yes, I am.
No way. I thought you were infertile.
Can you stop assuming everything? My husband and I were both busy with work, so we were just waiting for the right time. That's why we decided to move for a bigger house.
Oh my god. You weren't infertile.
I never said that, did I?
What am I supposed to do about the kids then? How can I get a boyfriend from now on?
You are their mother. Your priority should be raising your child.
No! This is my life. I don't need them.
Oh my god.
Hey, Mia.
Charles? Hey, it's been a while.
Can you stop bothering my family?
What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb with me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm at my brother's house right now.
Your brother's house? So, Susie is with you?
Yes, that's right. You know what that means, right?
Wait, don't tell me she showed you my messages.
Yep, I read everything.
Seriously?
You're still the same old scumbag. You know that?
Shut up. You're the real scumbag. You got jealous when I got a boyfriend and now you divorced me because the kids aren't yours. I'm the one who's suffering because of your selfishness. You know that?
So it's all my fault, not yours?
Every damn thing is your fault. You're so immature.
Oh god. Look who's talking. I read that you mentioned to Susie about the kids.
That's none of your business now.
Even though they're not mine, I wanted to do something for them, so I contacted your brother.
My brother?
I heard you and your brother weren't close, and your parents passed away 8 years ago. Sounds like things have been tough since then.
How did you know that?
Your brother told me everything.
Oh my god.
I had no choice but to ask for help from him. I'm upset about the kids being pushed around by their terrible mother.
What does that have to do with my brother?
You got dumped by your boyfriend, right?
So what?
Mia, you're not in the mental stage where you can take care of the kids.
Shut up. It's none of your business what I do.
For the sake of the kids, please don't act any more stupid.
Hey, Charles!
Now what?
My brother came to my house with a social worker.
That's good.
Why do you keep ruining my life?
We're trying to protect the kids. From what I heard from your brother, it was obvious that you were not feeling the kids. I even saw the picture of the house.
It's all your fault. Now they took the kids and I need to go to rehab.
That's good. You need that.
I'm not a drug addict or anything. I don't need any rehab.
You should be thankful that there are still some people trying to help you.
Shut up. It's my life and I choose what I want to do.
Don't forget that your life choices are affecting your kids.
I don't think so.
Well, I hope you become a better mother.
I am already the best mother.
Good luck with your life, Mia.
I was completely shocked to learn that all her kids were from that affair she had. What's even more surprising is that each one has a different dad. According to Charles, Mia's brother brought a social worker to Mia's house, revealing the neglectful conditions of both the house and the children. Now, all the children reside with Mia's brother's family, where they are being nurtured as if they were his own. The children endured hardships they didn't deserve. My heartfelt hope is that they receive the love and care denied to them by Mia. Meanwhile, Mia's decision to be apart from her children made her feel very lonely. And she realized how important they are to her. Mia is now actively engaged in parenting classes and therapy, striving each day to become a better mother. For me, I'm busy every day taking care of my firstborn while I cherish every moment with my child. Even though Mia has struggled with raising 5 kids, I still believe she can grow and be a great mom again. I wish her all the best on her journey.
I never thought you were this kind of woman. How dare you deceive me like this? Huh? What's wrong all of a sudden? What's wrong? I can't marry you. I'm breaking off the engagement. Hey, what's going on all of a sudden? We just made a reservation for a wedding venue yesterday, didn't we? And now you're suddenly breaking off the engagement? What's going on? How am I deceiving you? Explain it to me. Your parents got remarried, didn't they? I just found out from a friend. Yeah, what's the deal about that? What are you freaking out for? What's the deal with that? Isn't that an important thing? Why keep it from me until now? I'm sorry. I had intended to share it with you at some point, but I never seemed to find the right moment. And well, my parents remarried when I was in the 6th grade. After that, having both my dad and mom around just felt normal to me. This is no joke. I'm sorry, but I refuse to marry a poor woman. What poor? You were raised by your mother alone until 6th grade, weren't you? And isn't it often associated with financial struggle? Your childhood experiences have a direct impact on your adulthood. So essentially, growing up in a financially disadvantaged single-parent household means you'll always face financial challenges. Look, that's a stereotype. Sure, I had a rough time growing up money-wise, but since my mom remarried, we've been doing okay. And hey, I've got a steady job now and occasionally treat my parents to nice things. So, being perpetually broke? No, not me. That's a mindset typical of poor people. What? Why even bother sending them snacks? I get it. You're talking about buying a car or a house, but really, being grateful for a few dollars worth of snacks just shows you've got a poverty mindset. It's the thought that counts, isn't it? Do you ever do something nice for your parents? I wouldn't waste my time with those little gestures. My family's doing fine, unlike yours. We don't really value those kinds of things. And hey, you're just a regular office worker in some small company. You don't even get paid that much. So don't act all high and mighty, okay? I wasn't trying to act superior or anything. You're really putting me down, aren't you? Look, being with you feels like I'm catching a case of broke. So I'm calling off the engagement as of today. I've already canceled the venue reservation. Don't bother contacting me again. Luke, wait. Let's not rush to conclusions. Let's talk it out. There's nothing to talk about with you. No. Bye. Well, well, what a surprise. I never expected you to leave the company. Luke, how do you know about that? And didn't you tell me not to contact you anymore? Don't be so cold. I reached out because I was worried about you. What's wrong with being concerned about your ex-fiancé? I won't say it's wrong, but it's kind of creepy. We're supposed to be done. And honestly, I'm not comfortable with you reaching out like this. Sure, we're broken up now. But until recently, we were still considering getting married. Just because of that, you're digging into my business? I never mentioned to you that I left the company. We were the same group back in college, remember? I still keep in touch with our college friends, so news travels fast. Are you stupid? What? You don't see why? You're already struggling financially, and now you're quitting your job? How are you going to make ends meet? Are you going to end up homeless? Or are you planning to rely on welfare? It's neither of those options. What do you mean? Why do I have to tell you? My future has nothing to do with you, right? I just feel like it'd be kinda crappy if a girl I almost married ended up on the streets. Didn't think your struggling spirit would take it that far. No need to worry. Even though I quit my job, I'm still working part-time. What? Part-time job? Are you losing it because I broke up with you? You can't possibly survive on just a part-time job, right? Oh, wait. Are you trying to leech off your dad or something? You and your mom were struggling, and your dad came to the rescue. Now you're just stuck in the same cycle as an adult. See? I told you. One's poor, always poor, huh? Your way of speaking hasn't changed, has it? Sorry to burst your bubble, but let me set things straight. I've got some savings from my time as a company employee, so I'll be okay. And there's a solid reason why I left the company, just so you know. Why did you quit then? It's none of your business. What's your deal? Boring bitch. Ah, forget it. Just typical thinking from someone broke, right? No big deal. Is that all you wanted to say? Nope. There's more. I've actually started dating this girl I met at a party. She's 2 years younger than me and really adorable. And get this. Her family seems pretty well off, unlike yours. If things work out, it's like winning the lottery. Ha 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 ha. Good for you. Okay, bye. Whoa, hold on. What's with the cold shoulder? Can't I just give you a little update on what's been going on? Are you messaging me just to mock me? Your condescending attitude towards poor people hasn't changed since 6 months ago, huh? Haha, no way. I've got a new girlfriend, and I still care about my ex-fiancé. Can't you appreciate my kindness? Mind your own business. Well then, I have to head to work soon. Talking to you is a waste of time. Leave me alone. Yeah, whatever. Good luck with your low-paying job. Even if you work hard at your part-time job, poor folks stay poor forever, huh? Regina, you're incredible. I'm so impressed. So, I've already reached out to the venue. We're going for a visit this weekend. The venue? Who is this? Huh? Don't tell me you forgot about me. It's Luke. I'm sorry, but with just the name displayed, I can't determine which Luke you are referring to. Could you provide more context or information? Are you kidding me? I told you, it's your ex-fiancé, Luke. Oh, that Luke. That's right. I've been telling you. I'm sorry, I didn't realize. If there's anything else I can do to help, please let me know. Geez, you're a heartless one for forgetting your fiancé. Hell no. I'm not your fiancé anymore. Stop calling me that. Going to the venue? What the hell are you even talking about? Oh, come on. Don't be shy. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? I have no idea. I heard you have your own company now. That's incredible, especially for a woman in her 30s. Wow, you're really nosy, huh? I was surprised. The last time we spoke, you mentioned quitting your job and working part-time. So I assumed things were tough financially. Did you leave your job to start your own business? That's right. I was preparing to start my own business while working part-time. It was tough in the beginning when I first set up the company, but thanks to the help of many people, the business is going smoothly. I've always seen you as a capable woman. Looks like my instincts were right all along. What are you talking about? Wasn't it once poor, always poor, remember? Come on, don't be so touchy. You started your own business for my sake, didn't you? What? Because I said I couldn't marry someone poor. You were so eager to marry me that you started your own business and became wealthy, didn't you? And look at you now. You're so successful. I'm blown away by your dedication. Let's tie the knot again and give it another shot. Huh? Wait, are you saying you want to marry me? Is that why you brought up venues? Of course. 10 years ago, we were practically engaged, remember? We even had venue visits booked. Let's pick up where we left off then. I understand you're busy as the CEO. I'll be there to support you. I'd even become a stay-at-home husband if needed. Wait a minute. I thought you had a cute younger girlfriend. I broke up with her a long time ago. It didn't even last a year. Oh, I thought you were trying to get married. That didn't work out. I thought she was from a nice family, but she wasn't. She tricked me. She's another gold digger. Ah, I get it now. I was played. I never imagined she was also after a wealthy partner. And then she showed her true colors, shouting and behaving so crudely. It was like the epitome of being poor. I can't believe I got involved with such a woman. Well, I think it's mutual, don't you? So, did you dump her? She dumped me before I could break up with her. Apparently, she's not interested in marrying a low-paid office worker. Oh, that's too bad. I do work for a big company, but my paycheck isn't bad either. But apparently, being a mid-level employee in your mid-30s doesn't cut it for her. Wow, she's pretty harsh, huh? Considering you're from a pretty well-off family? I bet your personalities clashed so much that even money couldn't smooth things over, huh? So don't worry. I'm single now, so I can marry you anytime. In fact, I'm already making preparations for it. Like I said earlier, we're checking out venues this weekend. And if you're busy, I get it. But shouldn't you at least try on some wedding dresses? So try to make it if you can. Huh? Man, I'm already looking forward to the wedding. With you being the CEO and all, we'll probably have a lot of guests, right? I've already booked the biggest venue in town. Hey, where do you want to go for our honeymoon? How about the Maldives? Or maybe Europe? Since you're covering the expenses, I'm up for whatever you choose. Whoa. I'd love to have 2 kids if possible. With your financial support, we could build our dream home right after tying the knot. And play catch with the kids in the spacious backyard. Maybe even have a big dog roaming around freely. Just picturing it makes me all excited. Excuse me? What? What's wrong? Are you not a dog person? But I've made up my mind that once we tie the knot, we're getting a place with a yard and a dog, you know? We'll build a spacious home. And as long as we keep the dog out of your workroom or any other areas you prefer, it shouldn't be a problem, right? I love dogs, but that's not the point. And marrying you is completely out of the question. Could you please stop with your unrealistic fantasies? Unrealistic fantasies? I'm just making plans for our future together. Our plans? You're just talking about your own desires. Regina, there's no need to be shy. Be true to yourself. Are you serious? But hey, didn't you work hard to start your own business just to impress me? Growing up in a poor single-parent household and then becoming wealthy on your own as an adult? You really went all out for me, huh? But hey, you're already in your 30s. If you keep hesitating, you might miss out on having kids, you know? I am married and I already have my own family. Huh? I can't marry you because I already am. But even if I weren't, let's be real. There's no way I'd marry you. What? You're married? When? With who? 7 years ago, before I started my business, I attended a convention. My husband was one of the lecturers at that time. We have 2 kids, by the way. Wait a minute. Getting married and having kids without even discussing it with me? What the hell do you think you're doing? And to think you started your own business for my sake, why would you do something like this? What? Whether I get married or have children is my business. Why should I have to consult with you of all people? I'm not a stranger. After all, we were engaged 10 years ago. 10 years is long enough to make someone practically a stranger. But I still love you. I can't forgive you for getting married without my permission. What? You ended things with me, so why the sudden interest? You've spent your life belittling those less fortunate, and you even mocked my parents. It's because you were poor that I had to break up with you. But you got rich for me. That's why I'm saying we should get back together. First of all, I didn't do all of this for you. I worked hard for myself and my parents. You're the only one I love right now. I don't care what you say. Leave me alone. Just leave your husband and be with me. Huh? Wouldn't you feel more secure marrying someone with a stable job like me, rather than being with a lecturer? Like you said earlier, I'm from a pretty well-off family. If you want to take care of your parents, I can buy them a house or a car. Think about it. Remarrying me would lead to a happier life, wouldn't it? Not really. What? I'm financially independent. I don't plan on relying on my husband. Plus, he earns a lot more than you think. Just because you work for a big company doesn't guarantee stability. And seriously? Still bragging about mommy and daddy's wealth in your 30s? Come on, that's just sad. No. My husband is kind to my parents. He's the best partner I could ask for. We support each other in our work. We can even afford to spoil my parents with a house, a car, and a top-notch lifestyle. There's no reason to break up at all. Then what about my feelings? Huh? I love you. I can't imagine marrying anyone else. I'm pushing 35, and everyone around me is settling down. I'm ready for that family life too. Why don't you go out there and find someone else to marry then? Because they're not you. Please marry me. You're such an asshole. What did you say? You left me because you thought I was poor. Now that I have money, financially better off, you come crawling back? You say you love me, but isn't it just my money you love? 10 years ago, you looked down on me for being poor, and now you're trying to cozy up to me? Talk about having no pride. No, I don't. I really love you. You're just a waste of time. Leave me alone. Goodbye. Regina! Please marry me. I know you love me too. I'll wait for you at the wedding this weekend. Please come. Regina, you didn't come to the venue. I was waiting for you. Oh God, Luke? What? What's wrong? Why are you so surprised? I messed up. I totally forgot to block you. What the hell? You're so rude. You've got to admit, it's kind of creepy. Did you honestly believe I'd go check out the venue with you? I'm never going to be with you. Not now, not ever. Fine. I understand. I give up on marriage. What? I want to work for your company. Huh? I'm currently unemployed. You quit your job? Yes, I did. Why? I had a heated exchange with my boss. I got really emotional and handed in my resignation letter. They accepted it. I thought someone would try to stop me, but they went ahead and processed everything immediately. Damn it. I didn't expect I'd actually end up quitting. Well, you voluntarily quit, so you can't do anything about it. But you have your wealthy family to fall back on, right? You don't need to rush into finding a new job, do you? Oh, well, it's not like my family can help much. My dad got wind of me quitting in a fit of rage, and he made it clear I should own up to it myself. He told me not to depend on them anymore. I see. So I chose to work for your company. You chose to? That's quite condescending. You'd surely welcome someone as talented as me on your team, right? Having someone you know makes work easier, doesn't it? I work hard. Listen. So, when do I start? I can work anytime. I'm all set and ready to go. I mean, I'm your close friend, so maybe I can start at the manager level? I refuse. What? We have enough employees. No way. I'm an elite who worked for a major corporation until just recently, you know. And I'm your ex-fiancé, remember? You're just going to abandon me? It's been 10 years. That's ancient history. I'm not obliged to hire you. No way. And besides, you claim to be so talented. But if no one tried to stop you from leaving the company, then you weren't that great, were you? Starting from the position of a regular employee and expecting to jump to the level of a department head is just ridiculous. What are you talking about? I may have been just an ordinary employee, but I was at the top of my class. I made significant contributions to the company. There must have been some other issue. Anyway, we won't be hiring you here. You'll have to look elsewhere. Oh no. Help me out here. I'm in trouble. I don't remember you helping me. Regina, please. I don't care if it's part-time, just hire me.
We have enough part-timers, so please find somewhere else.
It has to be your company.
Huh? Why does it have to be my company? There are plenty of others out there. You've got skills, right?
But no one will hire me.
Oh.
After leaving my previous job, I went through a round of job interviews, but I kept getting rejected. Seriously, it's unbelievable. To think that companies would reject someone as talented as me, who came from a major corporation. None of those hiring managers have any idea what they're doing. Sure, there were a few places that offered me a job, but they were all offering positions starting from entry level, not even manager level. I declined all of them. Who do they think I am, turning down a super elite like me?
Well, it wasn't about whether you're an elite or not. They probably saw right through your personality.
What do you mean?
Looking back on your behavior, isn't it clear? I wouldn't want to hire someone as arrogant and self-centered as you. You'd just be a disruption at the company. We don't need you.
I apologize for everything I did. Regina, please hire me.
I've told you multiple times I don't want to.
Marry me then.
I don't want to do that either.
Well then, if you're not hiring or marrying me, at least send me a monthly allowance.
Why would I do that? Are you dumb?
I apologize for calling you poor and making fun of you. I'm sorry for dumping you too. I've genuinely reflected on my actions, so I need your help. My savings are running out. I'm seriously in trouble.
If you're in need of money, you should be willing to do any kind of work, right? There should be plenty of job options available if you're not picky.
Are you suggesting I do manual labor? Give me a break. That's work for poor people. It's beneath someone as talented as me.
You can stay spoiled like that forever, but mark my words. Someday, you'll regret it when you're truly broke. Anyway, I'm blocking you now. Goodbye.
Regina, wait! Please, don't abandon me. I thought you loved me. Regina, please, help me.
After that, Luke had to bite the bullet and start working at construction sites. He wasn't thrilled about taking orders from younger people. He ended up making fun of them, calling them poor and whatnot, which led to a heated confrontation. He only lasted 5 days. He ended up crawling back to his parents' place, begging for help finding a new job. Finally, he landed something in customer service, but he's not too happy about it. He still got this thing about not wanting to work with poor people. I bet he won't stick around there for long either.
Rihanna, are you still working? It's past 6 o'clock, and you haven't prepared dinner?
I'm sorry, Carol. I was going to call you earlier. I've got an urgent meeting today and I won't be home anytime soon.
What? A meeting?
I'm sorry, but I can't cook dinner tonight. I'm afraid you'll have to eat out today. Or can you please order a delivery?
Don't be silly. Come home right now. The laundry hasn't been done. You haven't cleaned the house either. You haven't got your chores done at all.
I told you I have a meeting.
You're lying.
What?
You're just a part-timer, aren't you? A part-timer shouldn't have any meetings to attend.
Well, I'm not a part-timer.
You don't have to try to hide it. If you're not a part-timer, then what are you? A temp worker? You're a high school dropout, so how can you get a full-time job?
But it doesn't change the fact that I'm working. Carol, you're always at home, so you could help me with the housework, couldn't you?
Wow, You're using me, your mother-in-law, to do housework? No, I'm just saying that I'd be happy if you could help me, even if it's just a little. Anyway, I won't allow you to skip making dinner. Your husband comes home tired from work. It's the wife's duty to prepare dinner for her husband when he comes home from work. Oh, why did Mark marry such a lazy woman like you? I mean, Mark is a graduate from a prestigious university, and you, on the other hand, is a high school dropout. It's impossible for you two to be husband and wife, isn't it? Mark told me he didn't care about my educational background, at least when we first got married. He was just speaking in formalities. I can't believe you didn't go to university nowadays. It's like saying you're not good at studying, that you're stupid. Is education really that important? Huh? There are many high school dropouts who are active in society. It's true that if you have a high level of education, it may be evidence that you're smart. But that doesn't necessarily mean you can succeed in business. What are you trying to say? Are you saying that Mark is useless in society? That's not what I'm saying. You're really a cheeky, unpleasant person. Who do you think is responsible for you being able to live in this house? Excuse me? Mark works for a big company, and he pays the expensive rent. That's how you get to live here. No, Please don't come back to this house today. What? Not just today. For the rest of your life. Don't come back here. What? You should be thankful to Mark. You're a high school dropout, and yet you got to live in a penthouse. Well, you'd be in trouble if I suddenly left, you know. Of course you'd be in trouble, wouldn't you? I have more space if you leave, and I don't have to argue with you and get irritated. It's all good. I should have done this earlier. But Mark would object. Oh, he agrees with me. What? He just got home a while ago. He found out that you hadn't prepared dinner yet. He said you're a disappointment as a wife and that he would kick you out of the house. He was furious. No kidding. Too bad. Mark is on my side. I can't believe that he would easily kick out his wife. It's your fault, Rihanna. You were never fit to be his wife. Now, if that's the case, I'll have to clean out your stuff. What? You mean you're going to throw away my stuff? I'm not throwing it away, but I'm going to make sure it's ready to be taken out. I'll take it out of the room and put it in the hallway. Wait a minute, please. Please don't go into my room without permission. My room? What are you talking about? You're moving out of this house. You don't need your room. I have a lot of important things there, like work documents. Please, don't touch them without permission. Work documents? Don't act so high and mighty. What are you talking about? You're just a part-timer. I'll just stick them in a cardboard box. Carol, you'll regret it later. I won't regret it. I thought you were in the way for a long time. Actually, I was against Mark marrying you from the very beginning. You're a parasite that hangs on to our family. We have to get rid of you immediately. That is such a horrible thing to say. Don't you have anything more to say? Huh? Thank you for letting me, a high school dropout, live in your penthouse. That's what you should be saying, thanking me and my son. Isn't it you who should be thanking me? Huh? Why should I thank you? Oh, for God's sake, that's enough. You haven't had a proper education, so you haven't got any common sense or manners. Living under the same roof with an insane person like you is over. Get out of here, you thankless woman. I can't stop laughing. Huh? No, it's nothing. I'll pack up my stuff and leave after work. Do that for me. I'm asking you again. Are you sure about this? You're persistent. I told you to get the hell out of here. Okay. Thank you for everything, even if it was for a short while. Mark, I'm sure your mother already told you. What the hell is this? Why do I have to be evicted? It's my mother's decision. You don't have a choice. Why would I not have a choice? You'd be in trouble if I left the house. Mark, you understand, don't you? Well, it's a good opportunity. What do you mean? You know, Rihanna, you don't know enough about being a wife. Huh? A wife should respect her husband and her husband's parents. But you're always acting like a big shot, looking down on me and my mother. No wonder she's angry. I don't want to spend all my time with a wife who's that cocky. Isn't it too old-fashioned to have expectations like this is how a wife should be in this day and age? And I didn't mean to disrespect you. No, you're looking down on me. You're a high school dropout, and yet you're acting so cocky just because you make more money than I do. You skip housework because of your job. You look down on us. That's why you act like a big shot, right? No, that's... Anyway, I'm sick of being with you. Well, fine. I don't care what's gonna happen to you. You're done with work, right? Your stuff is an eyesore, so get your ass over here and pick it up. Yeah, I know. Also, I'm divorcing you. Sure. You're surprisingly straightforward. Because I'm getting kicked out of the house. What's the point of staying married? You married a well-educated elite man. You should be grateful. Grateful? You two are like two peas in a pod. What? Nothing. Then let's proceed with the change of ownership for the house tomorrow, and sometime soon, shall we? Rihanna, pick up. Sorry, I'm at work. What's so urgent? Hey, your mother-in-law is calling you. Whether you're busy or not, it's common sense to pick up the phone. No, I don't think that's common sense. And you're not my mother-in-law anymore. You're still the same cheeky little wife, aren't you? No, I'm not a wife of your son anymore. Oh, God, you piss me off at every turn. So, what can I do for you? I'm busy at work. If it's a trivial matter, I'd appreciate it if you could come back later. The rent! The rent! What? What is that? That amount of money? Oh, you mean the rent for the penthouse? Yes! I happened to notice it when I was looking at the real estate agent's advertisement. This house costs $8,500 for rent. Yes. Oh, Rihanna, you knew about this? Well, it's the house I lived in until recently. Mark's an elite guy, so living in an $8,500 penthouse is no problem. But you, even though you're divorced now, it's frustrating to think that you, a high school dropout, were living with us. To make you understand how fortunate you were, I thought I'd tell you how much the rent is. You contacted me on such a trivial matter? It's not a trivial matter. You should be thanking me for letting you live in an $8,500 house. Forcing me to thank you again? Actually, I was the one paying the rent, you know. What? What do you mean? I mean, I was paying the $8,500 rent for the penthouse. Liar. You're just a part-timer, aren't you? How can you pay $8,500 rent when you're on such low wages? I'm not a part-timer. Are you a full-time employee? That's not true either. I run a company. What? I started my own business almost 10 years ago. Oh my God, you're a company president? An ordinary office worker would hardly be able to afford $8,500 rent. Why didn't you tell me that earlier? I told you when I went to greet you before my wedding, but you didn't even try to listen to me at all. You just kept saying how rare it is to be a high school dropout nowadays. All you cared about was my educational background. But Mark didn't tell me you were the president. He never told me. I'm sure his pride wouldn't allow it. I earn more than him. Mark was very concerned about it. But you dropped out of high school, didn't you? How did you become president with your low education? I dropped out of high school because I was more interested in business than in studying. As I said before, your educational background doesn't matter much once you enter the workforce. Well, fine. I didn't expect you to be president, but Mark works for a prestigious company too. From now on, Mark can pay the rent. Up until now, you've been paying it together, right? No, Mark hasn't paid a penny. What? We agreed to pay half each at first, but a few months ago, I started paying the full amount. What do you mean? Don't you know, Carol? Mark recently quit his job. That can't be true. Stop saying nonsense. It's true. He's unemployed now. That's a lie. Mark wears a suit to work every morning. He's probably out looking for a new job. Maybe he's going to interviews. Or maybe he doesn't want you to find out that he's unemployed. So he's just wearing a suit for the time being and hanging out in a park until the evening. Wait a minute. Then how are we supposed to live from now on? If Mark's unemployed, there's no way I can pay $8,500 in rent. That's why I told you that you'll regret it later. Hey, Rihanna, will you come back to our house? No way. You're the one who called me a parasite and kicked me out. Because I didn't know the rent for this house was so high. And I didn't even know you were paying the full amount. I'll let you live in my house again, so come back. I'll let you live in my house. That's such a condescending attitude. It's a lovely penthouse. Wouldn't you like to live here again? Come on, let's live together as a family again. No, thank you. What? Actually, I've decided to live abroad. Abroad? What about your company? You're the president, right? Yes, I am, but I can work remotely. Living abroad has always been a dream of mine, and I feel liberated after the divorce. What? So I'm not going back to your house. Well, even if I were in the US, I have no intention of going back. Then just pay the rent. Huh? I don't care if it's by bank transfer or whatever. Just send me and Mark $8,500 every month. I don't want to. Why should I pay rent for a house I don't even live in? Because Mark quit his job. I'm a housewife, and there's no one else who can pay. I was evicted from that house. Isn't it strange that you kicked me out and want me to pay? We're family. Why won't you help us? Family? What are you talking about? Mark and I are divorced. You and I are strangers. Well, I've got some work to do, so if you'll excuse me. Wait! Rihanna! Rihanna, how dare you tell Mom? What are you talking about? Don't play innocent. That I quit my job and I'm unemployed now. You told that to Mom yesterday, didn't you? I'm surprised your mother didn't know. You thought you could keep it a secret? How can I tell my mother? She let me go to a good university and get a job at a good company. My mother always had high expectations of me. I can't very well tell her that I quit because I hated my job. It's nothing to worry about, is it? It's not like you have to stay with a company until retirement. A lot of people change jobs. It's so hard to change jobs. I get rejected at interviews all the time.
Oh my.
I have a brilliant CV, so I thought any company would want to hire me. But for some reason, they all turn me down. They're all so blind to people, aren't they?
I guess it's because they have an eye for people that they're rejecting you.
What the hell?
The only thing you can boast about is your educational background. Even though you work for a big company, you have no great achievements. And you have a terrible personality, so no one would want to hire you.
Damn, you look down on me as usual.
I'm just telling you the truth.
Rihanna, lend me some money.
What? Why?
I can't pay the rent. I quit my job and have no income. I can't pay $8,500 every month.
I know, right?
Lend me $50,000 for now.
Who told you I'm lending you money?
There's no one I can rely on but you. My dad's dead, and I'm ashamed to rely on my relatives.
Then why did you kick me out? Didn't you know that you wouldn't be able to live in the penthouse without me?
I thought I could get by with a new job at a higher paying company.
You're so stupid, it's appalling.
Rihanna, please help me. Otherwise, I'll be kicked out of my house.
Then you'll have to move out, won't you?
My pride won't allow that.
Oh, I see. Then you'll just have to find a new job and earn money.
I tried, but I couldn't. That's why I'm asking you to lend me money.
I'm sorry. To be honest, I'm sick of you people.
What?
You've been living in the penthouse on my income for years. You've been relying on me to pay for everything. And yet, you insulted me with terms like high school dropout and parasite and kicked me out of the house. You deserve this, and I don't want to help you at all.
But we were a married couple not so long ago, weren't we? Your ex-husband is in trouble. You could at least help him out a little.
We're strangers now. I mean, I feel really stupid for choosing a scum like you as a marriage partner.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. Don't even think about seeking me out and begging me for money, okay? I've already told your mother I'm moving abroad.
Rihanna, wait.
Well then, good luck to you two.
Please, don't abandon us.
After that, Mark and Carol kept texting me for help. It was annoying, so I blocked them both. According to rumors I heard from relatives, the two were evicted from the penthouse for failing to pay their rent, and they moved into a battered old flat. Mark's job hunt eventually didn't work out. He now manages to make ends meet with a part-time day job. Carol has also started working part-time to earn money to live on. However, she had no social experience, and her personality has some quirks. So it's hard for her to fit in at work, and she is having a hard time. I would like them both to reconfirm how much they have been spoiled by me. As for me, I moved abroad as planned. I am working hard, communicating remotely with my staff in the US. I don't have people interrupting my work every now and then like before. As a result, my performance has improved and I'm doing very well. In my private life, I have a wonderful boyfriend and I am living a very fulfilling life.
Stephanie, you really have no family loyalty. You've always been a selfish child, but I didn't think you were this bad of a person. What? What's wrong, sis? Did I do something? Don't play dumb with me. You're awful for not attending Mom's funeral. You ungrateful jerk. Wait a minute. What are you talking about, Mom's funeral? You really don't know anything about it? Mom passed away. Oh no. It's true. When did she die? 3 days ago. I'm stunned. You didn't even know your own parent was dead? If Mom died, why didn't you call me? I called you many times. You're the one who ignored me. But I don't have any missed calls. Maybe you called my old number? Old number? I told you I changed to a new phone. Sorry, I forgot. If you couldn't call me, you could have messaged me. I was so upset about Mom's death, I couldn't think of anything else. Huh. So you were the pallbearer? Who else is there? Dad's gone, and it's just me and you left. It was really hard work doing everything by myself. I got so tired meeting with the funeral home and dealing with the relatives. Are you taking this seriously? Your parent is dead. Aren't you sad? Not at all. That's terrible. How can you be so cold-hearted? Don't you feel like you should rush to the funeral home right away? No, I don't. Unbelievable. When did you become so cold? When did you become such a big liar? What? What do you want me to do? You would think you would at least say goodbye or something. Who would I be saying goodbye to? Hey, Stephanie, are you kidding me? Your own mother just passed away. I just had lunch with my mom. What? I thought it looked like her, so I called out to her, and it turned out to be Mom. I haven't heard from her in a while. I was surprised to see her here in Chicago. We had lunch together at a restaurant. Mom looked great. I'm so glad I got to see her after all these years. Huh? That's impossible. How can you have lunch with a dead person? Was it a dream? It wasn't a dream. I still have the receipt from the restaurant. Then it's a different person you had lunch with. You had lunch with a woman who looked exactly like our mother, and you mistook her for our mother. Are you really so stupid that you can't even recognize your own mother? Are you out of your mind? Whose funeral did you organize? I told you it was our mother's funeral. It's impossible for a dead person to be in Chicago in the first place. You don't think you saw a ghost? I don't think so. I'm not psychic. Stephanie, enough. I know you don't want to accept that our mother died, but don't tell me you had lunch with her or some weird lie. It's you who's lying. It's obvious you are, so just admit it now. You are such a... So, how did Mom die? Car accident. If she was sick, I could have told you earlier, but it was so sudden. You're lying. What? Mom wasn't in a car accident because when I met her, she wasn't even hurt. That's why I said she wasn't the one you met. Stephanie, maybe you're tired, or maybe you're mentally ill? Oh, I don't think so. I'm happy every day and I don't have a single worry. Well, I'm worried about you because you're saying many strange things. Why don't you go to the hospital? Maybe the shock of hearing about your mom's death is making you crazy? I'm perfectly sane. You're the one who's crazy enough to go to a funeral for someone who's not your parent. You should go to the hospital. I'm not trying to fight with you. At least come home to say goodbye to her. I'm sure Mom would have liked that. Of course not. I just met her. I didn't think you could be so stubborn. Anyway, come home just once. No way. It's a waste of money. Your parent died and you're stingy with travel expenses? Mom wouldn't be happy to see you like this. She's not dead. She's still alive and well. She's really gone. Oh, so did you get an inheritance? There's no inheritance. Mom was barely scraping by. What? Really? Were you counting on that, Stephanie? It'd be lucky to get it, I guess. What an unscrupulous girl. You don't grieve when Mom dies. You only want your inheritance. I was just wondering how much inheritance there was. Maybe she had some expensive jewelry or something hidden away. That's enough. I'm going now. Bye. Call me when you find the inheritance. Don't keep it all to yourself. Hey, sis, are you out? I just got back to Mom's house. Mom doesn't seem to have any money. What? You're at home? Yes, I am. When did you get home? When I asked you to come and say goodbye, you said it was a waste of money. I changed my mind after all. I mean, I'm free to go back to my family home whenever I want, right? Yes, but where are you, sis? At the town hall. I have to go to the bank now. When a family member dies, there are a lot of procedures. Wow, that's a lot of work. As if it's someone else's problem. I'm the one who has to do it all by myself since you didn't come back. By the way, where did you hide the money? The money? Since you're taking charge of all the arrangements, you must have received a lot of insurance money, right? I looked all over the house and couldn't find any. Why do you need that? Because half is mine, right? We're the only 2 children. Don't tell me you put it all in your own pocket, sister. What are you talking about? All the money from the insurance went to the funeral. How much do you think it cost? Are you serious? I thought I could at least get travel expenses. You obstinate child, did you think you could cover the travel expenses with the money from the insurance? Because it took me 3 hours by plane to get back here from Chicago. You should at least pay for the flight yourself. I'm a poor freelancer, so the airfare is ridiculous. I see. You're still an unsuccessful theater actor. You're still dreaming at your age? I guess. I don't need the money, but I like to do what I like. Mom in heaven would be appalled. She's been worried about you for a long time. Oh, I just found the newspaper with Mom's obituary. I didn't know you wrote one. Of course I did. I asked around in the neighborhood. They all said they were at the funeral. So you weren't lying. You really suspected I was? Yes, I did. I guess I was wrong about Mom. I really thought we had lunch together. You must have been dreaming. Maybe you're right. I'm shocked. Our mother is really gone. Yes, she is. I guess you're finally facing reality. I heard some of my friends were at the funeral. Yeah, some of them still live in the area and knew her. I'll have to thank them later. You should. So, how much was the insurance anyway? What? Now you're talking about insurance again? Are you that desperate for money? Why do you say that? Because you keep talking about money all the time, like inheritance and insurance. I'm just checking. You want to take what you can get, don't you? It's said that money is the biggest problem in this kind of situation. I wanted to make it clear as soon as possible. Unfortunately, there wasn't much of anything. Really? I was surprised too, but I guess she couldn't afford to pay the premiums. Poor Mom. Maybe one of us should have gotten married. I wish I could have shown her some grandchildren. Well, since neither of us plan to get married, what could we do? I haven't given up yet. I'm only 33. Well, I've decided to live for my work. I don't care if I'm single for the rest of my life. Your job is just a part-time job. I'm an actress, though. You can't make a living as an actress alone. Well, yeah, that's why I never have that much money. I'm sorry to hear that. I've been doing my best just to give her a funeral. Well, I don't have anything to give you to help out. I'm going to go back home now. You're leaving already? Yeah. Oh, by the way, I'm going to get rid of the house. If it sells, I'll give you half. Okay. But it's going to take a while. I don't even know if it'll sell. Okay. Now you believe me that our mother is dead, right? Sort of. I mean, I have all this evidence. Now that you're here, do you want to have dinner with me? No, I'm busy. Okay, come back another time. Okay. Sis, you bought a very nice apartment. What? Did you sell our parents' house for a good price? You're going to live with our mother in a comfortable apartment, aren't you? I love it. Please let me be a part of it. What are you talking about? Our mother is gone. You understand that, don't you? I thought you finally accepted the truth and now you're going crazy again? There's a girl I went to school with who's a bit ditzy and really tactless. What are you talking about? She went to our mom's funeral. What about it? I went to see her the other day when I visited back home. I thought I'd say thank you for going. She kind of ruined your plan. What did she do? She took a picture of the inside of the coffin. What? When did she take that? You said Mom was badly damaged in the accident, so you warned everyone not to look inside, but she really wanted to say goodbye to her face to face. She opened the coffin without permission and even took a photo. That's a bit... I guess a ditz does things differently. And then she showed me the picture. Are you trying to say that the face is different? She's a completely different person. That's not our mother. She was badly injured in the accident, so it's natural that she looks different from when she was alive. Even so, that person is too different. She's not that skinny. You don't know because you haven't seen her for a while. Even if I hadn't seen her for a while, I'd recognize her face. And the next door neighbor, he said Mom was as healthy looking as ever until just before the funeral. Maybe everyone sees things differently. Can you explain? Huh? Whose funeral was it? Will you stop it? I'm still recovering from losing my mother. I couldn't believe this accident happened to my mother either. It was hard to accept, but I did. Don't be weird about it. I knew you wouldn't admit to it, so I checked everything out. What can a poor freelancer do? Did you hire a detective? There's no way you have that kind of money. You're right, I don't have any money, but I have a lot of friends, theater company members. After I got the call from you that our mother had passed away, I asked them to help me find our mother. What? You never told me that. Yeah, I didn't tell you. But you couldn't find her, could you? And Mom's not very good with technology, so I'm pretty sure she doesn't even have a phone. After lunch with me, she quickly had to go off somewhere by herself. She was acting a little strange. So? Soon after that, I got the call from you, and with the help of my theater friends in Chicago, I tracked her down. But it wasn't her that you found, was it? You having lunch with Mom was just a fantasy. Really? Thanks to the help of my friends, I was able to locate our mother. She was living in a small apartment far from the city center. It was an old apartment that looked like it was about to fall apart. It's a far cry from the beautiful apartment you bought. So what? You're chasing around a stranger who just looks like your mother. It's like being a stalker, isn't it? So, here's the great part. Enough! I don't have time for your fantasies. I guess when you have nothing to do but fantasize, you can come up with any story. I'm sorry, but I'm busy. I'm almost done. Just hear me out. You know what that ditzy girl says? She says the woman in the coffin looks just like the homeless lady who used to live in front of the station. Who remembers what a homeless person looks like? Are you just saying random things now? But she remembered. She was a ditz. She talked to everyone. Homeless or not, she became friends with them. Huh? Of all the homeless people, the one she was friends with the most was a woman named Tilly. She insists that's definitely the person in the coffin. So she took pictures of the inside of the coffin and documented it. She wanted proof that the person in the coffin was Tilly. Stephanie, how much do you want? Huh? I'll pay you as much money as you want, so I want you to keep quiet about this. You're a very generous insurance recipient, aren't you? I mean, are you going to admit it? Just tell me the amount and then get the hell out of here. I don't want your money. You wanted it so badly before. That was all an act. I'm still an actress after all. You must have seen me as a spoiled sister who wants the inheritance and insurance money. If you don't want the money, what do you want? The truth. I want the truth. If I tell you, will you shut up? Yeah, I will. Really? I don't want any of my family members to become criminals because it would affect my future. That's true. So, how did you end up in this situation? I happened to be at the scene of an accident involving a homeless woman. She was hit by a car and there was no one around. I panicked and tried to call an ambulance, but Mom stopped me. What? What do you mean? She told me to pretend she was in the accident. So I did what she told me and I went to her funeral and told everyone she was dead. Why would she do that? Pretending to be dead with someone else's body? That's like straight out of a movie. What did she want? Our mother was in a lot of debt. I was helping her pay her bills, but she was borrowing from some weird places too. I kept paying it back, but it just wouldn't go down. Why would she have debt? She was addicted to gambling.
Couldn't you have done something about it before it happened? You were always there for her mother, weren't you?
I told her many times to stop gambling, but she wouldn't listen to me, and the debts just kept piling up. She started borrowing money in my name without my permission. They even came to my office to collect. I couldn't rely on you, a poor actress. I had no choice but to do what I had to do to pay off my debts. I'm a victim too.
But
You've got it good, living by yourself, not having to take care of anyone else, chasing your dreams, doing what you want, and I'm the one who's getting the short end of the stick.
I feel bad. I haven't been home for a long time. I didn't know that you were in debt.
That's the truth. Are we done? If you want to go to the police, go ahead.
Okay, I will.
Huh? You're really going to go?
Yep, I'm going. Because everything you just said is a lie.
What is that based on?
Because our mother told me everything.
She's lying. She's trying to make me look bad to protect herself.
No, she's not. You took advantage of our mother, didn't you? It wasn't Mom who was in debt. It was you, sister. You were the one who made it look like our mother died. And you tried to get the insurance money. It was also you who sent Mom away to the shabby apartment.
Don't be fooled by the delusions of an old person.
Mom was crying. She said she didn't want to do that. She said she felt bad for the person who died and that she couldn't face me.
Just leave me alone. Bye.
That's not how it works. Mom will have to live secretly from now on.
I don't care. She's not getting any younger.
You've finally shown your true colors. It's my fault for chasing after my dreams and not taking care of my family. So I'll take responsibility and I'll expose your crimes.
My crimes? Everything you're saying is just made up. What proof do you have?
Mom recorded her conversation with you.
What? That's a lie. Mom is bad at technology and isn't even able to use a smartphone.
But Mom can use a voice recorder.
A voice recorder?
Yeah. Dad taught her how to use it before he passed away. He said it's useful to record your voice in case you get into trouble. That's Dad for you. The voice recorder is like Dad watching over us.
I didn't know.
Do you know why Mom isn't going to the police even with that strong evidence against you? Because you're her daughter.
Then give me that recording.
I'm not giving it to you. I shuddered when I heard the audio. You only gave Mom $30,000 and then forced her to pretend to be in an accident. Then you told her to go on living in secret like someone who no longer existed. You threatened her with death if she ever told the police. How is she supposed to live on $30,000? Without any social security number or ID, she can't even work.
Well, you found out. I don't care anymore.
What?
A mother is supposed to make sacrifices for her daughter. She's going to die soon anyway, and it'll be hard for her to live with the guilt.
What a person. You did all this for only $500,000 insurance money?
Only? I could pay off my debt with this money. Of course I want it. Oh, this really sucks. If only you hadn't run into that old hag by accident, things would have worked out.
I know you lied about trying to call me before the funeral. You just didn't want me to check inside the casket.
That's right. I went to a lot of trouble to get the relatives not to call you, okay? And now it's all for nothing.
You have to pay back the insurance money.
I can't. I already used it to pay off my debts.
Well, that's not okay. You'll go to court and the police will arrest you.
Stephanie, we're sisters, aren't we? Please keep this a secret.
I don't want to.
You little shit. You're still my sister.
I don't consider you my sister. You've always been so negative, telling me that I'm wasting my time chasing dreams. You're always insulting me. The only reason I stayed away from my parents' house was because of you. But now I regret it. I hate myself for not noticing how Mom was doing. If I'd known sooner, none of this would have happened.
Now I have no choice but to run away.
Running away won't help. You'll pay for what you've done. After that, my sister disappeared.
or so she thought. But in no time at all, the police found her and arrested her. To the homeless woman who got caught up in our family mess, I'm truly sorry. So myself and my ditzy classmate held a small funeral for the dead woman. I didn't attend my sister's trial, so I don't know much about it. She was convicted of fraud for deceiving the insurance company and sentenced to go to jail. My mother and I started to live together in Chicago. According to what my mother said, she could not stop my sister from committing the crime. My sister had threatened to harm me if she did not listen to her. I was protected by my mother without knowing it. From now on, I will do my best to take care of my mother.
Hey, Rose. I just saw your text. Sorry it took me a while to reply. I've been busy today and I'm barely having my lunch. Ah! Here we go again with the I'm too busy excuse. No, I didn't mean it like that. I feel sorry for you. You have a shitty job. Caregiving is such a hard work, but you don't get paid enough. I don't know how you do it. Yes, it is hard work, but I love doing it. Stop lying to yourself. They don't even let you get a break until now. That's because we prioritize the residents' lunchtime. I often have my lunch around this time. Right, poor thing. I couldn't handle being treated like a slave for such crappy pay. Slave? No, that's definitely not the case. I eat breakfast late, so having lunch late doesn't bother me at all. Anyway, what can I help you with? What's the reason for reaching out? Oh, about my lunch today? What the hell was that? You didn't like it? You expect me to like that shitty lunch? Do you think I'm stupid? What? I double-checked and even tasted some before packing your lunch. I thought it was fine. I'll make sure to do better next time. Seriously? The lack of color is just too unappetizing. There's way too much brown, don't you think? Really? Didn't I put spinach and cherry tomatoes to add some color? I thought I did a good job, but... Besides, it tastes salty and soggy. Are you seriously trying to embarrass us with such a lunchbox? Is that really what you want? That's not my intention. Did you even try it yourself? If you did, are you seriously that clueless about taste? I can't believe it's this bad. Sorry. Do you really think just saying sorry will fix everything? How about putting more effort into making it actually taste good before apologizing? I do try my best in my own way, you know. Oh, come on. Is that your idea of effort? That's hilarious. Well, I suppose it's understandable. Dealing with older folks all the time, huh? No wonder your taste buds are a bit off. Rose, joking about me is one thing, but I won't tolerate making fun of the residents. There you go again, being a hypocrite. You might put on a good face, but we know you're intentionally serving us bad food to annoy us. Honestly, you're such a pain. Rose, isn't that a bit too harsh? I do my best with chores and work, you know. I don't get why you have to talk to me that way. Hey, isn't it because you're on a low income that you're working so hard? That's probably why it's affecting your private life, and you're only able to cook bad meals, huh? Why do you hate me that much? Oh, you finally get it, huh? Why would I even like you? With your income, you should at least be good at cooking. But nope, you can't even manage to make a decent lunch. You're just so useless. Useless? I'm neither your maid nor your slave. Ugh, you're seriously annoying. Always making excuses when you can't do anything. I'm so done with it. Why do I have to put up with all this from you? If you don't want to be criticized, why not make better food? And don't even think about talking back until I give my approval. Clear? Understood. Hey, what are you doing? I need to talk to you. Pick up the phone already. Do you even remember what phones are for? Sorry, Rose. I just saw your call and text. Is everything okay? Emily, finally! You're still at work, right? Yes, but... Good. I need you to stop by the mall on your way home. The mall? I ordered some stuff online from the store's website. Turns out, both the clothes and the bag are available for pickup today. Since I really need them right now, could you do me a favor and grab them for me? Why me? Why not just swing by the mall on your way home? If I could, I'd stop by. But it's quite a distance away, and it's in the opposite direction. It'll add an extra hour to my journey home. Plus, I still need to make dinner. Dinner will end up being late. Is that all right with you? Huh? Of course not. You do realize that Mom and Dad, who are getting older, really look forward to dinner, don't you? And here you are, unable to cook anything decent, yet still planning to make them wait? It's just unbelievable. I don't want to keep them waiting either, so that's why I'm saying it's difficult to make a detour to the department store. Are you talking back to me? I didn't mean it that way. Can I pick it up on my next day off? You just don't understand women at all, do you? It's like we're from different planets. I need it right now. Waiting until your next day off just isn't an option, okay? I'm sorry, but it's either the department store or dinner. I can only prioritize one. Ugh, you're so useless. Fine, go to the mall and get my stuff. Huh? I can't keep your mother and father waiting. Who the hell do you think you are? What do you mean? I'm saying don't think about the dinner. Nobody's expecting your shitty cooking anyway. So, we've decided to eat out tonight. Remember how Mom's been wanting to go to that sushi place? Well, tonight's the night we're splurging and going there. Oh, that place? Isn't it like around $100 per person for the basic course? What's your point? You're not expecting me to pay, are you? You're the one in charge of cooking, remember? Since your cooking skills are, let's say, lacking, it seems fair that you cover the cost, doesn't it? That's not fair. We make a conscious effort to save money in our everyday lives. It would be quite difficult for us if we were suddenly expected to splurge like that. Ugh! Seriously? Your stinginess is so annoying. You know what? Unlike you, my husband is actually successful. Yet he's forced to deal with your crappy lunches, and it's a real nuisance. It's annoying. Don't you feel sorry for my husband? If you did, you'd at least feel like treating us to a decent meal once in a while, wouldn't you? That's so fucked up. Listen, unlike you, my husband graduated from a prestigious university, and he works at a well-known local company. He's not like you, a high school graduate who's stupid. Totally different, okay? Stupid? Anyway, we're treating ourselves to some good sushi. Make sure you pick up the clothes and bag I ordered, understood? I got it. But just so you know, I won't be covering the bill, alright? Hey, Emily, did you take a look at the pictures I sent you? Don't pretend you didn't see them because I know you did. You have until this weekend to pay up, alright? Got it? Sorry for the late reply. I'm just taking a break now. Okay, I get it. Your constant busy act is seriously getting on my nerves. Enough already. I didn't mean to upset you. If I did, I'm sorry. I've just checked the pictures now. What's the invoice for exactly? What do you mean? Isn't it obvious? It's clearly a credit card bill. I know that. Why are you sending this to me? 'Cause I want you to pay for it. What? Why me? I mean, we're more than just sisters-in-law, aren't we? We're practically sisters. But I'm really strapped for cash right now, so I could really use your help. If you didn't have the money, why did you use the card? $3,000 is a lot of money. I can't afford that. And what did you even spend that money on in the first place? Oh, you see? Remember those bags and clothes you picked up the other day? They were from my favorite brand, so they were quite expensive. And then, I treated myself to a fancy French meal recently, so that's also included. Oh, and I almost forgot. I used the card to pay for a spa trip with my friends too. All that money was for your extravagant spending, wasn't it? It's just how it is, right? Women need to invest in themselves and stay young. You're a woman too, so you get that, don't you? I get where you're coming from. Even so, $3,000 is quite a lot. Anyway, I can't afford it, so please figure it out yourself. If it's really impossible, why not ask my brother for help? He's your husband, so please discuss it thoroughly with each other. Are you trying to diss my husband? You think Daniel doesn't make enough money, do you? I don't think that way at all. Listen, Daniel is way more competent than you'll ever be. If you dare to insult him again, there will be consequences. I'm not insulting anyone. If you think he's so capable, then shouldn't you rely on him even more? I'm offended by the way you're talking to me. You're just someone who's undereducated and can't even do your job properly. You can't even pay my bill, so don't even try to tell me what to do. Huh? Don't you think it might be in your best interest to switch to a company that offers better pay? Just a thought. It's none of your business. That is my brother's company. What? Still got something to say to me? Can't even whip up a decent lunch. Yet you've got quite the attitude. We're not talking about lunch, are we? It matters. Anyway, I need you to send me $3,000. If you don't, I'll kick you out of the house. It's a bit sudden, so I'm not sure how to respond. Well then, just listen to what I'm saying. See you later. Hey Daniel, do you have a minute? What's up, sis? Your wife reached out to me. She's asking me to send her $3,000 to pay her credit card bill. $3,000? She spent that much again? Seems like she's been going all out on bags and clothes, all in the pursuit of staying young. And she even mentioned going on a spa trip. And she even brought up going on a spa trip with her friends. You need to do something about this. Do you even have that kind of money? Yeah, but she never listens to me when I try to stop her. Huh? She's your wife. No one can stop her but you. All right. I'll remind her to be more careful with spending from now on. Could you cover it just this time? Huh? Why me? Come on, Emily. You've got money, right? I'm really struggling here. Barely making ends meet. And I'm dipping into my savings just to get by. I worked so hard for my money. Why should I have to spend it on her? If you're not keen on it, why don't you talk to Rose directly? We both know she won't listen to me, which is why I'm asking you to talk to her. Ugh. She doesn't really listen to anyone, does she? This is serious. Anyway, I'm not willing to pay $3,000. I think it's best to have a proper conversation with your wife about this, including discussing future arrangements. Otherwise, you will end up burdened with the debt in the long run, right? Yeah, that's true. Like I said, she's your wife. You have to talk to her. It's better than me talking to her, so please. Okay. Emily, what do you think you were doing? What are you talking about? Don't play dumb with me. You told Daniel, didn't you? He found out I used $3,000 on my card. You told him to talk to me, and now you're saying you can't pay for it. Yes, I did. Why? You could have just sent me the money. Now look. I've told you multiple times I can't pay it for you. What? How useless are you? Even Daniel couldn't stand you. My brother hates me? Yes. He really didn't want to say anything to me, but you kept nagging him, so he had no choice but to talk to me. How does it feel to be hated by your own brother? It must suck. You, with your low income and incompetence, have the audacity to speak against my brilliant husband? You should just keep quiet and do as I say. Rose, you really don't know anything, do you? Huh? What are you talking about? I understand perfectly well that you're incompetent. Continuing this conversation with you will only frustrate me more. I'm tempted to ask Daniel to cut ties with you, considering you're so useless. Are you sure you want to say that? You might regret it later, you know. Are you kidding me? I won't regret it at all. In fact, I'll feel relieved. Just get out of the house already, you and your husband. I never want to eat your awful food again. Okay, are you sure you want to do this? I'll talk to my husband about it and we'll move out soon. Wow, surprisingly cooperative of you. It's quite rare. Please do it as soon as possible. Emily, what the hell is going on? Pick up the phone. Hey, didn't we cut ties already? We did as you said and left the house. We're practically strangers now, right? It was tough enough being asked to live together by our in-laws. Living together was tough, especially with the added pressure of cooking meals for everyone. But now that it's just my husband and me, things are much more comfortable. Whatever. I heard that Daniel got fired. I see. I see? When I talked to Daniel about it, he said you were the one who fired him. What's the deal? How do you have the authority to do that? You, with your high school education and caregiving job, can't possibly have the power to fire him. It's true that I work as a caregiver, but I'm also the facilities manager. I don't understand why you always seem to belittle me. Huh? You're the manager? Can you please stop lying? I'm not lying. But you work on site, right? You prioritize the residents' lunches, sometimes having your own meal later in the day. I believe that first-hand experience on the front line is crucial for understanding the operations. So I am involved in both caring for the residents and managing the facility. I didn't realize you were the president. So I know you're making more money than Daniel. But what does that have to do with Daniel getting fired? Oh, so my brother hasn't mentioned anything to you, huh? What do you mean? It seems like you're underestimating me because of my role as a caregiver. But just to clarify, Daniel has been employed at our facility for a year now. What? There's no way. Daniel is a smart man. He works for a top-tier company. I remember Daniel was working for a top-tier company, but he got fired due to some issues at work. Issues? What kind of issues? Yes, my brother used to go on a lot of business trips, right? Now that you mention it, it does seem like he hasn't been going on business trips lately. He got caught altering his business trip receipts to claim more money than he should have. They found out and fired him from the company. I didn't know that. He would leave the house every day to spend time in the park or cafes, trying not to be obvious. I knew about it, but he begged me not to tell you anything. Job hunting was tough for him. Nothing seemed to stick, and he got pretty down in the dumps. Feeling sorry for him, I offered him a job at our facility, which he gratefully accepted. He's been with us for a year now, but it turns out he was sneaking into the facility's office and stealing money from the safe. Despite being sued by his previous company, and I thought he had learned his lesson, it seems he hasn't. I think he has a problem. He was sued? Did he really do it? Maybe it was somebody else. The clerk mentioned discrepancies between the records and the cash, so they installed security cameras. And there, my brother's face was clearly captured, so it's not a case of mistaken identity. Emily, if you believe Daniel has an issue, why not support him? He's your brother. I won't mock your profession anymore, so please, don't let him go. So, it was you who wanted to cut ties and kick us out, right? And didn't Daniel also say he hated me? I don't feel obligated to help someone who feels that way. Plus, even though we're siblings, I'm the one in charge here. I simply can't overlook having a thief within the facility. Oh no! Even though things might not be great now, he had a good salary at his previous job. Why would he falsify receipts? Did you know that Daniel was addicted to gambling too? Huh? Gambling? That's a lie! He started playing poker online to kill time. But then, he started to lose control. He started pouring almost all of his allowance into it, but even that wasn't enough to satisfy him. Eventually, he crossed the line and dipped into the company's funds. We've already taken this matter to the authorities for assistance. What? The police? Of course, he stole the company's money. I can't even pay my own credit card bill. And now I have to deal with my unemployed husband getting arrested? How am I supposed to survive this? I don't know. Don't be so cold. I helped him out when he was in trouble, despite all the harassment he put me through. But now, after finding out that my brother stole from the facility, I have absolutely no intention of helping him. We've cut ties with you both, so please don't try to contact us again. I'm blocking both of you. We've moved, so we won't be seeing each other anymore. Emily, I'm sorry. I've been an asshole. Please help us. Hell no. Goodbye. No! My brother was arrested for embezzlement and had to pay a hefty fine. To cover the fine and my sister-in-law's mounting credit card debt, he borrowed money from our parents. Unfortunately, this led to our parents cutting ties with him. Meanwhile, Rose, who used to work part-time while relying on financial support, has taken on multiple jobs. She's working from dawn till dusk. Despite her hard work, most of her earnings go toward repaying her parents, leaving her with little to spare. As a result, she can't afford any luxuries and even struggles to enjoy decent meals. According to my cousin, Daniel and Rose are constantly fighting every day. It might just be a matter of time before they get divorced. I'm committed to striving for a comfortable environment for our residents in the facility. I'll give it my all, both on the ground and in managing the operations. The funeral should be finishing up by now. Let me know when it's over. Huh? But still, I can't believe he was only in his 50s and he died. Dad worked hard for so long, and he seemed to be very strong. I didn't think he would go so soon. I wonder if he was weakened after Mom passed away. No way, is this my sister? Why are you so surprised? You're the one that told me to contact you. You continually send me letters, called me, and sent me text messages. That's why I finally contacted you after 10 years. Is this really my sister? Yes, it is. You're such a skeptic. Why didn't you call me before? Our father passed away. I know. Thanks to your persistence contacting me over and over again. If you saw my messages and letters, why didn't you answer me right away? I wanted you to come so much while we were going through the illness. I contacted you through all my letters, texts, and phone calls. There was no response. I felt like I was breaking down on my own. That's a bit awful, isn't it? Huh? There wasn't anything special that I could do. What? What do you mean? Well, think about it. Even if I had gone to the hospital, I wouldn't have been able to do anything for him, right? That's true, but we've only got each other. I wanted to take care of our father during his last days with you. The burial is tomorrow. You should come home to the folks' house now. I don't know where you are, but you can still make it if you get on a plane. No, I'm good. Huh? I'm not much for sob stories. I didn't have anything to talk about, so I just ignored you. Funerals and stuff like that are a hassle, so I'll just go get the money after it's all over. Money? The inheritance! Inheritance! Since our mother has already passed away, we, the daughters, will get all the money. I'll go get the money after things cool down. Are you out of your mind? You're his flesh and bone daughter. Aren't you sad that he's gone? Don't you want to see him one last time? You didn't attend his wake or funeral. You didn't worry about him at all, and all you want is money. You disgrace and dishonor your parents. Whoever wants to go should go. I don't want to go. I'm just saying that I won't go. Sis, have you ever thought about our father's feelings? What do you mean? Even while he was suffering, he was worried if you were getting by. He was worried that you weren't getting enough to eat. He was worried about you until the end. He has always worried about you ever since you left home 10 years ago and we lost touch with you. Oh, I see. So he was worried about me. Of course he was. Is there a parent who wouldn't worry about their own child? Oh, don't even get me started on that. What? I don't remember asking anybody to worry about me. Dad just went and worried about me on his own. I don't care about Dad. I just didn't contact him. A father and child bond? Dishonor? That kind of stuff bums me out. Only those who don't waste their time and energy can make it in this world. The most important thing is not the bond between parent and child or something ridiculous like that, but money. When your father goes to the other side, as long as you get your inheritance, there's nothing else. That's terrible. You're like the devil. I didn't know my sister was like that. You're my sister and you just figured it out now? I've always been like this. I'm a smart person. I don't waste my time with useless things. Enough. I'll pretend I never had a sister. That's fine. I'm sure I'd feel suffocated with a girl like you. You're not getting any inheritance either. If you come to our parents' house after the funeral, I'll throw you out. Don't ever show your face to me again. Huh? What are you talking about? There's no way you have the right to do that. I'm our father's eldest daughter and your sister. I get all the inheritance. What? All of it? That's what father said. Grandpa's land, mom's life insurance, and of course, dad's life insurance, right? I think it's a pretty big inheritance considering all that. He said that I, the eldest daughter, will inherit all of it. There's no way Dad would say such a thing. Besides, there's no way my sister, who's been missing for 10 years, could talk about such a thing. How can you be so arrogant after neglecting your sick father for so long? It doesn't matter if you took care of him or not. I am entitled to my inheritance. On my birth certificate, we are parent and child, and I am the eldest daughter. No matter how much inheritance there is, you won't get a single penny, okay? Why do you get to decide something like that alone? You don't have that kind of authority. You've always been a girl who doesn't listen to others. Oh, is that so? You never listened to me and told Dad everything. That's why Dad and Mom were always so angry at me. They were always taking your side. I couldn't live comfortably in a home like that. I had no choice but to leave and cut off contact with you guys. That's because you would say stuff like, steal that toy, or take $10 out of Dad's wallet. You're always telling me to do strange stuff. You've always lacked common sense. That's because I ran out of allowance. It's his fault for not giving me more. You've never run out of allowance, have you? You always got a lot of money from him, didn't you? Keeping me poor and always giving you more money is child abuse, isn't it? You and I had the same amount of allowance. If anything, I always got less. I saved mine and planned on how I would spend it. Unlike my sister, who would just go and blow it all away. You've never had a plan, even when we were little. Shut up! I don't need you to tell me what to do. Kids have their own social life. I guess someone as immature and clueless as you wouldn't understand. It's like you don't listen to people, do you? Your egotistical attitude has always hurt me. You, our father, and our mother are the same. That's why I had to leave. You are such a heartless sister, blaming me instead of helping me. A poor girl who was kicked out of the house. I don't understand what you mean. You're the one who's selfish. What's that? Not everything is as it seems, okay? I don't understand. My common sense is just insane to you. Don't judge everything by your own values. You'll always be a child. You haven't grown at all in the last 10 years. I don't want to grow up insane. You are the one who will always be a child. I'm not going to talk to you anymore. Don't ever contact me again. That's not going to happen, because you're just trying to steal all my inheritance, aren't you? It's so obvious. I have no intention of talking to you about the inheritance. Of course, I have no intention of giving it to you. So I have nothing more to say to you. Wow, you're so confident. I'll keep contacting you until I get my inheritance. I'm telling you not to contact me, okay? No, I'll be in touch. Are you ready to give me our father's inheritance? I can't wait for you to give it to me. Why don't you grow up? I think you're the one who needs to grow up. I told you I have nothing to say to you. Don't say that. Actually, there's this guy I'm dating. Yeah, so? He's a gambler and spends a lot of money. So what? I was hoping we'd have fun. But he's been spending all my money too. Don't you feel sorry for me? I don't. See? You're not listening to me again. You're an adult, right? You're going out with him because you think it's good for you, right? Well, I like him. Then why not? Are you saying that I should give you father's inheritance for your gambler boyfriend? Exactly. I thought you were a clueless woman who had no luck in love, but you're smarter than I thought. Then you'll just go ahead, hand over the inheritance, won't you? I'm not going to hand over anything. You can't keep stalling forever, okay? In the end, you're going to give me all of it. It's better for you to give it to me while you still can, okay? If you keep stalling, there's going to be trouble. Yeah, right. I don't think it's right for you to keep the inheritance to yourself, do you? Normally speaking, the next head of the family will be me, the eldest daughter. I should get the whole amount. There it is. You really have no common sense. What? It's not just me. Dad said so too. You're making that up, aren't you? There's no way our father would leave you his entire inheritance. Don't keep lying to me without proof. I have proof! What? Dad left me a will. He left me the entire inheritance, not a penny to you. That's not true. Don't lie to me. I'm not lying. Well, I'll bring the will to the parents' house this weekend and show it to you. And I'm going to start living there from this weekend. What? You're going to live here? Are you kidding me? My boyfriend is spending all my money and I can't pay the rent. I don't have a place to live. That's why I'm going back to the house. I don't want to live with you. I'd rather just cut you off. You have no right to refuse me, because in Dad's will, it says that I, as the eldest daughter, will inherit the family home. I'd rather kick you out of the house. That will is garbage. I don't care what you say. I'm going back. Okay, let's just settle this in person. This weekend? Are you finally ready to give me my inheritance? Just wait for me and get ready to move out. Hey, why did you invite a lawyer to the house? Isn't that cowardly? Which one of us is the coward? Fabricating our father's will and trying to claim the entire inheritance for yourself? It's too cowardly and too shallow. But you wouldn't need to have a lawyer look at it anyway. The will you prepared was not in Dad's handwriting. Even a layman can tell it's not in proper form. Have you ever seen a real will? I don't think so. That will looked like it was written by a school kid. You and that lawyer have rotten eyes. That was our father's official will. You took my inheritance from me and kicked me out of our parents' house. If you act any more arrogant than this, I'm going to sue you. Yeah, fine. If you want to sue me, do whatever you want. Huh? What is that? Are you out of your mind? I'm perfectly sane. I won't lose in a court of law. Because over here, I have the genuine will Dad left behind. What? What does that mean? He left a will before he died. But you didn't say that before. The will you brought was so poorly written that I didn't even need to tell you. I didn't even know about the will until after the funeral. The lawyer who was present today showed it to me. And? What did it say? It said that Dad was leaving me his entire estate. Insurance money, savings, the family home, everything. What? Why would he do that? That doesn't make any sense. Why would he give it to you, the younger sister, instead of me, the eldest? Dad anticipated everything you'd do. That's Dad. What do you mean? After he passed away, he knew that you would come to me for the inheritance. That's why he left a will. Why? Why not me? Why you? It's a matter of course, right? Look back at your own behavior. You dropped out of college without telling anyone, but pretended to be a student so you could get tuition money. When you got caught and got in trouble, you tried to withdraw money from Dad's savings account without permission. When they found out, you accused them of domestic violence and called the police. He had no choice but to keep giving you money, but you kept raising the amount. How much do you think he spent on you? Isn't that enough for your inheritance? That's not true. I was abandoned by our father for 10 years. I should at least get the money I would have gotten for those 10 years. Are you out of your mind? Sure, you were eventually abandoned by the entire family and disappeared 10 years ago and was never heard from again. I know about everything. I know that no matter how much Dad paid, he kept getting bills for your debt. He worked so hard to pay it, even got sick and died in his 50s, probably due to overwork. On top of that, you want to take all of his inheritance after he passed away. How much more do you want to squeeze out of your father? I don't want to squeeze anything out of him. It wasn't my fault that he passed away. He chose to pay those debts off on his own. I didn't ask him to do it. How can you say that? Then, if Dad hadn't repaid the debts, what do you think would have happened? Some big scary guys would have shown up, and you would have been taken away. That's not true. I could have paid off my debt if I set my mind to it. Then, when are you gonna set your mind to it? Up to now, haven't there been a lot of things you should have set your mind to? Take this time, for example. You're counting on your father's inheritance. You'll never work a day in your life. I didn't create the debt this time. It's because a guy gambled away all my money. It's not my fault. I don't know anything about that. Who chose a guy like that? You, right? Stop blaming others. You're crazy for not wanting to help your poor sister. On top of that, you're working with a lawyer to get me kicked out. It's abuse! Abuse! If you feel that way, why don't you sue me? Let's let a judge decide who's right. Fine, I'll sue you right now. You, Dad, everyone's wrong. I'm his daughter. I deserve to keep at least half, if not all of it. It's a matter, of course, that I'm entitled to it. Oh yeah, my lawyer just told me about this. He said that people who falsify or fabricate a will be excluded as legal heirs. Huh? That means you threw away your rights to the inheritance by your own doing. No way! Well, it was clearly written in your father's will that there is no inheritance for you. You ruined your own last hope, didn't you? Oh no! Then how am I supposed to live from now on? I don't even have a house to live in. Why don't you get serious? What? You said earlier, if you set your mind to it, you can pay back your debts. That's true. But I have to find a job now. I don't know if I can get a job right away. So, can you take care of me at the house for the time being? I decline. From here on, you are not allowed one step in this house. Who would let in someone who would abandon their parents? Don't say that. You're my only sister and you're abandoning me. Who are you to say that? When your father and I were in trouble, you didn't help us at all. Instead of helping me, you ignored me. You kept causing trouble when you lived here, and even after you left. You only tried to snatch money from him after the funeral, burial, and other hard things were over. Do you think anyone would help someone like that? Well, you were the kind of person who can't even understand the pain in people's hearts. You should just suffer as much as you can. Then, you might be able to understand just a little how Dad was feeling at the time. Hey, you're a little sassy for a little sister. Our mother and father are dead, and we're the only family we have left. And yet, you're so hard on me. Which one of us doesn't understand the pain in people's hearts? Listen to your sister. Just give me the money. I don't consider you my sister anymore. I don't have a penny to give you, and I don't want to see your face anymore. Don't ever contact me again. Oh, come on now. Don't you think it's too much? How am I going to make a living? Come on, tell me. After that, I blocked my sister's texts. I was on the lookout for her to show up near my parents' house for a while. 2 months passed, and she still hadn't shown up. I was wondering what happened when I got a call from my lawyer. After that, my sister broke up with her gambler boyfriend and started working in the nightlife. I heard that the man she met there, a company owner, introduced her to an office job. She embezzled the company's money, falsified the company's account books, and did many other things, and she ended up in court. Naturally, she lost the case and had to pay a large amount of compensation. I was so glad that my father's inheritance did not fall into the hands of such a person. After that, I sold my parents' house, moved out, and changed my cell phone. I don't think I will ever see my sister again, nor do I want to. I am truly horrified to think that such a person could have been my sister.
Hi, Eileen. It's been a long time. You remember me, right?
Who is this?
It's Carla, your sister-in-law.
Oh, it's been a while, Carla.
I finally found you. Give back my daughter, you kidnapper.
Excuse me?
Are you still pretending not to remember? Last year, when my daughter was just a year old, I was in a tough spot because my boss suddenly sent me on a long business trip. You said you'd look after my daughter for me. I got divorced right after getting pregnant and became a single mom, right? I was so grateful when you offered to help take care of my daughter back then.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. I came over to your place and looked after your daughter. Right.
What are you even talking about? You took my daughter the moment you stepped into our house. You said you'd watch her here, but then you just took her with you. You're such a liar.
What?
At the time, I was really confused, but I desperately needed someone to look after my daughter. So I trusted you to take care of her. When I talked to my brother about it, he reassured me, saying it'd be fine since you're a nursery teacher. He told me not to worry and to focus on my work. And now, look what's happened. Not returning my daughter for a whole year? Seriously? You planned this from the beginning, didn't you?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Besides, I got divorced from my husband last year.
What?
You didn't hear anything from your brother?
My brother and I were both caught up with work and barely kept in touch.
Oh, I see.
Well, even though you got divorced, it doesn't change the fact that you're still taking care of my daughter, right?
No, I'm not. I think you're misunderstanding something.
Oh, come on, stop lying. Come to think of it, you mentioned before that you were infertile, right?
What about it?
I knew it. Since you couldn't have children yourself, you took my daughter to raise her as if she were your child.
Don't be ridiculous.
I get that it's tough to accept the truth, but that child is mine. If you want a child, you should consider adoption instead. Just return my child immediately.
How many times do I have to tell you? I'm not taking care of your daughter. How can I return her to you when I haven't even been taking care of her?
That's enough. Stop lying. I'll report you to the police.
Please, go ahead.
Are you sure about that?
Nothing's going to happen to me even if you report me.
Oh my God. What did you do to my child?
What?
If you're so confident that you won't get caught, that means you didn't leave any evidence of your kidnapping, right? What have you done? Are you saying that you took my daughter's life? Is that why you're claiming you're not with my daughter, huh?
What? No.
I don't believe you. You started raising my child just because she was cute. But then you got fed up with the responsibility. And now, since you can't just give her back to me, you decided to end her life. Isn't that what happened?
What on earth are you talking about? I swear you watch way too many TV shows.
I will never forgive you. I'll turn you into the police right away.
Go ahead. Do whatever you want.
Are you sure? You're still working as a nursery teacher, aren't you? Imagine if this gets out and hits the news. Think about the shock it'll bring to all the parents who entrust their children to your nursery. And all the kids might start quitting the nursery one by one. It could even lead to the nursery shutting down. Are you prepared for that?
If what you're saying is true, that could happen.
If you don't like that, I'll keep quiet for $100,000.
$100,000? Are you out of your mind?
For just $100,000, you can avoid becoming a criminal. You won't cause trouble in your workplace, too. It's a small price to pay.
But I have no reason to pay you.
Oh, come on. How many times do I have to explain? I'm just trying to save you from ending up with a criminal record. But if you want to avoid that, you'll need to cough up the money. It's as simple as that.
Oh, God.
I'll send you my bank details right away. Transfer the money right now. Got it?
Hold on, I can't pay that much.
I won't wait. If you don't transfer the money today, you'll end up in jail. Hey, where's my $100,000?
Oh, not you again. I don't have time for this.
What?
My parents' house was just broken into.
Really?
My father just called me. He said they took $2,000 in cash and my mother's expensive jewelry.
That's terrible.
It was you, wasn't it?
Huh? What are you talking about?
You stole the money and jewelry, didn't you?
Excuse me? Stop accusing me. You don't even have any evidence.
When my father came home, he confronted the burglar and got hit with an umbrella found in the house.
Oh no, is your dad okay?
His arm and leg are swollen. He's at the hospital now.
This is all your fault, isn't it?
Why would you even say that?
It's all because you kidnapped my daughter. Karma served you right.
Karma?
I feel sorry for your dad. He got punished instead of you. If you don't pay me $100,000, you might face even worse consequences in the future.
What do you mean by that? I don't know why you're so desperate for money. But injuring someone like this is unacceptable.
I told you I'm not the burglar.
There's evidence that you did it. I'll make sure you pay for what you did.
What? Really?
Too bad. The burglar was caught on the security camera at the front door.
Stop talking nonsense. There's no way your parents' house has a security camera.
They installed it recently. I guess you didn't notice because it's hidden. Your face was perfectly captured.
Seriously?
Since I have the evidence, you can't get away with this.
Don't get me wrong. I didn't mean to hit him. I was just trying to fake valuables. And when I tried to leave, I bumped into your dad. I panicked and swung the nearby umbrella, hitting him. It was unintentional.
See? I knew it was you.
What?
You idiot. My parents' house doesn't have cameras.
Damn it, you lied to me.
You fell for it perfectly.
If you try to go to the police, it won't just be injuries.
Is that a threat?
It's not a threat, but I'm dead serious.
Your tone seems different than usual.
What do you mean?
It's like I'm talking to a different person.
Oh, when I get angry, my true colors come out.
Oh, really? Well, considering I was married to your brother for 2 years, and we've always had a good relationship, it's a bit surprising to hear you talk like this.
It's natural to be angry when your daughter is kidnapped. I've just been pretending to be nice all along. I've only had a superficial relationship with you.
I see. You've been so kind to me, like real sisters. But that was all fake, huh?
That's right. I only got along with you because you were my brother's wife. The truth is, I always hated you.
Oh, I'm shocked.
Listen, don't you dare tell the police, okay? If you ever try to contact the police, I'll go after your mother next time. Now hurry up and transfer the $100,000 today. Got it?
Please don't hurt my parents anymore. I don't have such a large sum of money.
Shut up. Just do something about it. If you just pay up, I won't do anything else and I'll forgive what you did to my daughter. Got it? Hey, Eileen. The money still hasn't been transferred. Hurry up and pay me.
Cut it out already.
Are you sure you want to talk back to me like that?
You accused me of being a liar, but aren't you the one lying?
What?
You're not my sister-in-law, are you?
Huh? What? I am your sister-in-law.
You're Ken, right?
What?
Stop acting already. You're my ex-husband whom I dumped because you cheated on me.
What are you talking about? I'm Carla, Ken's sister.
Still playing dumb, huh?
Can you see my profile picture? It's clearly my face. There's no way I'm Ken.
Oh, really? That's weird. I've been with Carla for all the time we've been talking.
What? You're with my sister?
Oh, sorry, since we're divorced, I guess she's my ex-sister-in-law now.
Wait a minute. Weren't you and my sister always on bad terms?
Not at all. Even after divorcing you, we hang out a couple of times a month.
Seriously?
Actually, we were having lunch together today, and I received your stupid messages from you. When I showed it to Carla, she knew what was going on. You were using a photo of her from a family trip years ago as your profile picture. Carla said only you would do something like this.
What? You knew from the beginning? Why did you pretend to be fooled?
Because you were saying ridiculous things. I just wanted to have a little fun.
Ugh.
For some reason, you seemed desperate. So we thought I should entertain you a bit.
Damn it. I feel stupid now that I've been pretending to be my sister for so long.
It was really hard to hold back my laughter. But I didn't expect you to go to my parents' house.
Well, that's...
And not only did you steal cash and jewelry, but you also hurt my dad. That is unforgivable.
It's your fault for tricking me.
What are you talking about? You're the one who started lying first.
God damn it. I can't believe you and my sister still have contact after our divorce.
And since I'm with her, why don't you ask your sister?
What? No.
It's okay, don't be shy. You haven't seen each other for a while, so you must want to talk, right?
I don't want to talk to her or anything. Don't add my sister to this chat.
Hi, Ken. Long time no talk. Demanding $100,000 by impersonating me? You must have been desperate for money, huh?
Seriously, why are you still in touch with Eileen? You betrayed me. I don't want to talk to you.
Oh, come on. You didn't miss your sister? We finally got the three of us together. Let's have a nice talk.
Shut up. Damn it. I told you not to get involved with Eileen, right?
Is that so?
After the divorce, Ken said that you have been talking bad about me, so I should not contact you anymore.
Ugh, what a jerk. So that's how you tried to break us apart?
Oh, well...
But too bad. I already heard that story from your sister.
What the hell? Carla told me she's not in touch with you.
Well, I know you will say something, so I just pretended.
You mean you didn't trust me?
Even though you're my brother, do you think I can trust a man who easily cheats? I know for sure that Eileen would never badmouth anyone. Sorry, but I trust her hundreds of times more than I trust you.
Damn it.
So, can you tell us why you did such a stupid thing?
I won't.
Alright, I'll report you to the police now.
Huh?
Theft, assault, and threat. You committed all these crimes.
You're going to turn your family into the police? Besides, I don't think the police take family problems like this too seriously.
Are you dumb? You two are divorced, so you are a stranger to her.
I'm not talking to you now. Just shut up.
If you don't want me to report you to the police, tell me why you did it.
If I tell you the reason, you won't report me?
Well, it depends on the reason. Since we were married before, I might consider not reporting you out of pity.
Alright, I will tell you now.
I can tell it's just a stupid reason.
I told you to shut up, didn't I? I just needed a little extra cash.
Why?
Oh, come on, you know why. When we got divorced, you forced me to pay $20,000 in a lump sum.
Well, it's all your fault.
All my savings are gone and I had to borrow money to pay all the legal fees. Not only that, my girlfriend dumped me after she found out that I had no money. She told she was ready to spend her life with me, but in the end she was only after my money.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I was ready to marry her after we divorced. My plan got completely messed up. So I got pissed off and went to a pub alone. And I met a hot chick who was totally my type. I approached her while I was drunk. I ended up sleeping with her. The worst part is she turned out to be my boss's wife.
Oh, wow.
Talk about bad luck.
But if she's the boss's wife, isn't she like 10 years older than you?
You secretly liked older women?
No way, I was drunk and I forgot my glasses at the pub. I couldn't see her face well at that time. I was horrified when I found out her age later.
That's so rude.
I know. I realized I messed up big time. I just quit my job without saying anything. Now I'm broke, with no job and buried in debt.
I see.
I really put in the effort to land a new job. Ended up juggling part-time jobs just to get by. Man, the pay is so low, barely enough to cover the basics. I'm drowning in debt. I'm barely making ends meet. And recently I got fired from my part-time job.
What? Why?
Well, I had a little trouble at workplace, you know.
Little trouble?
Did you hook up with your boss's wife or something again?
I was flirting with a hot chick at my part-time job. Turns out she's the store manager's wife.
Oh my god. How stupid are you?
I didn't touch her or anything, but it was awkward after finding out that she was the manager's wife. And my manager got really mad at me.
You never learn. Hey, Eileen, why did you marry such a loser?
I know, right? I regret it so much now. In the beginning, I thought he was my dream man. I really need to work on my taste in men.
Shut up. I'm trying my best, okay? But my debts keep piling up. I tried gambling, but it's not going well and I haven't won the lottery at all.
That's what you mean by trying your best? Instead of gambling, why don't you focus on job hunting?
I want to hit the jackpot. Working every day for a few dollars is stupid. Also, you can get fired for one mistake.
Oh god, mistake? Why not avoid flirting at your workplace as you won't get fired?
So as a result of not being able to earn money from gambling, you came up with the idea to deceive money from me.
I had no choice, okay? I needed to pay back my debt as soon as possible. That's when I came up with this plan. I thought you and Carla weren't in contact anymore. I figured changing my name and profile picture would throw you off.
I see. I understand the situation now.
Hey, you won't report me to the police, right?
I'm going to file a police report right now.
What? Why? I told you my reason. You said you won't report me to the police.
I don't recall making any promises. I just said I'd consider it.
This is not fair. You're a liar.
Look who's talking. You lied and tried to deceive money from me. Oh, by the way, before you get arrested, return what you stole from my parents' house, okay?
Why?
Why not? It's only right to give it back.
I'm actually at the casino right now.
What?
Listen, I'll double the money I have. Then I'll pay you back the money. Just wait a little longer.
Return the money immediately.
Listen, I apologize for deceiving you. Please just spare me from involving the police. We were a married couple once, right?
Ugh, just shut up. Being married to you was the most embarrassing time of my life.
Damn it. Why does my life have to be like this?
Afterwards, I made my ex-husband return everything he stole from my parents' house. And I also ensured he paid for my father's medical expenses after his injury. According to Carla, Ken tried to beg his parents for help with his debts, but when they found out about everything, they were furious. They ended up taking him to the police, and it seems Ken has been arrested. I hope he takes this time to reflect on his actions. Meanwhile, Carla and I are as close as ever. Just recently we went on a trip together, including her daughter. Carla isn't just a sister-in-law. She's more like a best friend whom I can confide in about anything. I ended up marrying an absolute jerk of a guy before. But you know what? If it hadn't been for that mess, I probably never would have met Carla. Funny how life works out sometimes, huh? So maybe, just maybe, I owe my ex a tiny bit of thanks in the end.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.